greets, its visitors with light before shape, pale dawn emerging across the Arctic horizon. Here, light becomes landscape, illuminating fjords, mountains, and open water with quiet intention. Arrival is not announcement, but invitation to notice scale and breathless space. Fjords are Norway's lungs, carved by ice and echoing centuries. Water traces the paths glaciers took, creating corridors where mountains stand tall and quiet. Falling water speaks in perpetual motion. There is no rush here, only gravity, rock, and flow. The coast is fragmented islands, skerries, and seaforths define the edge of this land. Each island holds its own weather and song. Silence is not absence. It is textually wind across water, cloud ahead, shallow waves between rock and sound. Mountains are geometry in motion, light and shadow marking time more accurately than clocks. Blue ice holds deep memory, compressed snow from ages past, revealed in cracks and light. Human markers here are deliberate and understated: structure, hearth, shelter, rhythm. Travel in Norway follows ancient routes, footpaths, bridges, and crossings defined by water and rock. Cities here grow within constraint. Geography is frame, not blank canvas. Heritage occupies landscape, not dominated structures shaped by place. Night reveals its own light, wonder without sound. Work here is shaped by the sea, rhythm of tides and weather. Summer in High North is brief, but vibrant, color speaking against stone. Norway is not conquered. It is all observed, scale always greater, motion always gentle. Northward, the land begins to loosen its grip. Mountains soften into islands scattered across cold water, and the road thins until it feels borrowed from the rock itself. Settlements grow rare, harbors fall quiet. Here, distance is not dramatic, it is ordinary. The further we travel, the more Norway speaks in space rather than sound. Somewhere beyond familiar geography, the Arctic announces itself quietly. Light lowers but never leaves. Wind becomes a constant companion. Trees retreat, giving way to stone and tundra. The country feels older here, stripped to weather and endurance, as if everything unnecessary has already blown away. Yet people remain. In northern towns, daily life continues beneath a sky that never fully sleeps. Streets glow softly. Ferries arrive and depart. Between supermarket doors and mountain walls, humanity adapts, proving that even here, routine can take root. The North offers another lesson. Stillness can be vast. Water becomes a mirror, holding mountains without distortion. Sound carries farther, movement slows. We begin to understand that silence is not emptiness, but presence in its purest form. Time behaves differently at these latitudes. Evening stretches, unwilling to conclude. Shadows grow long, then dissolve. The sky becomes a gradient of memory, holding on to brightness just a little longer. Beyond towns and roads, Norway returns to its first shape. Rock, water, wind. Nothing added, nothing explained. The landscape no longer performs. It simply exists, immense and unconcerned with witnesses. Signs of people thin to almost nothing. A dock, a path, a roof resisting the cold. Then even those fall away. We are left with proportion again, reminded how briefly we borrowed these places. And when darkness finally arrives, it does not conquer, it reveals. The sky opens, and color begins to move like breath above the earth. What felt distant now feels intimate, written directly across the night. In the end, Norway leaves us with a simple understanding. We are not meant to master such places. We are meant to pass through them, to look, to listen, and then to let them remain exactly as they are, vast, patient, and free.